News 9 gets you the latest on all the action against the NEET Mafia. The government has cracked down on NEET Mafia amidst the huge protests. The amendment bill, which is set to be introduced, will include stringent provisions against paper leak mafias. Special fast-track courts will be established to handle these cases. Fast-track courts will be required to complete the investigation and deliver a verdict within 3 months. Paper leak cases will carry a penalty of up to 10 years in prison and a fine of 10 crore rupees. With protests continuing at Jantar Mantar in the national capital, the latest as far as the government action on cracking down on NEET paper leak mafia, the new law, the amendment bill that's set to be introduced will include stringent provisions against paper leak mafias, and that will include a penalty of 10 crore rupees and up to 10 years in prison. This even as fast-track courts will be required to complete the investigation and deliver a verdict within 3 months. We have my colleague Varghese Abraham now joining us. Varghese, talk to us. While the demand is for the resignation of the Education Minister himself, these are the measures that the government is placing on the table as a solution to all that's ailing India's education system.
Well, the Prime Minister did assure in his midnight speech that there will be stricter action on the paper leak mafia. And as part of that, the amendment that they are trying to bring in with regards to this bill, in fact, ensures there are strict punishments that are meted out to those who have been convicted in paper leaks. One of it is a financial cost that will be there on the convicted accused. It would be the rupees 10 crore fine that will be imposed on them, and the other is a jail term that is supposed to be that of a decade or almost 10 years. So clearly, these are some of the strict measures that have been brought in. Now, questions about how the bail could work in these aspects will also be looked into, but as of now, this is what sources are saying, that the measures that are being taken up with regards to with this amendment is to ensure that there is a financial cost as well as a cost that would come with a jail term, and they are ensuring it by bringing these changes. And periodically, they will in fact go ahead and ensure that they look at the financial cost as well that would be imposed on those who in fact carry out such networks on paper leaks. So clearly, the government is now in fact bringing in tougher measures, and once this is in the cabinet, once the cabinet gives the approval for it, we would have this bill being forwarded to both the houses of the parliament, and it is going to pass without much of a problem, because this has been one of the clearest factors when it comes to the government in fact saying that they are taking action on the ground. Meanwhile, one aspect of it is that we should in fact look into is this, that when it comes to the fast track court, we must understand that when it comes to the fast track court, they are looking at disposing the case within 3 months. Now, that is what they are trying to look at. Disposing the case within 3 months is one of the aspects we looked into it, because they don't want the cases with regard to paper leak to drag on. So surely there will be some kind of resolution within 3 months, and these fast-track courts are going to be set up across the metros, and the students or anyone who thinks that the papers have been leaked will get a resolution on the matter within 3 months. So the government has in fact ensured that the fast-track courts, along with these strictures as well as the fine and the jail term, in fact becomes quite heavy on anyone who would think of in fact carrying out organized networked paper leak.